It's 28 degrees now at 8:08. Good morning to you. We do have the greatest hits, and sometimes we have the greatest local guests. And, well, today I certainly hope is one of those times. I want to introduce you to Dr. Jean Leandre of SUNY Orange. You may want to call it OC.
Good morning.
Welcome. Good morning. Nice to meet you. You are, now I was reading online, they made a position just for you to fill.
I don't know if it was just for me.
Yeah. Well, okay. So the position was created and you're the first person to fill it. That's pretty important. You're the Vice President of Workforce Strategy and Innovation.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Congratulations on your new position, because it's only been a couple of months, right?
Yeah, it has been. It's a very important position, especially at this particular iteration in community colleges specifically, because the realization of college is no more or can't be seen as just being linear anymore. You know, there's multiple ways, multiple pathways to get into college and multiple pathways to stop and go.
So what does that mean for your position? Workforce is the first word in the title that you have been given. So you're helping people go in a direction where they can join a workforce and make a decent living.
Yeah. So specifically, the word workforce, as we're trying to define it as a college, is really working with employers to get individuals jobs, to get individuals employed. So within workforce, we have a CAPE department that's specifically broken down into 4 individual sections, which is helping individuals with their education, specifically within a high school equivalency and ESL. Then we have the workforce side that's specifically geared towards getting or creating programs that once you finish will create self-sustaining wages. One of the amazing programs that we're starting in the spring is CDL. So we're going to be creating the CDL-A and CDL program, CDL-B.
A commercial driver's license, so that you can get a job with many of the warehouses in this area that are opening up.
Yeah,
the road jobs pay well, from what I hear.
No, agreed. We have the FoodTEC program, which is specifically focusing on the hospitality careers that are within the Orange County. And then we have community education, the basket weavings. Those that are specifically focused for individuals within the community, because we are the community's college.
You are. And SUNY Orange has a special place in my heart, because I started going to college at OC right out of high school. And then I kind of dweedled around for a while and got into silly things like radio and left school before I graduated. But you waited for me, and all those credits that I had accrued waited for me. And I finally did get a degree, a million years later. No, actually, it took me 12 years to get that 2-year degree, but I got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah, but think about it. You are one of the fortunate people who obtained a career, right? You went to school, you found your passion, you were able to start a career and then return. And that's what I mean by colleges are realizing that creating a career for yourself is no longer could just be seen as linear. I'm not against education. Please don't get me wrong. But ultimately, we have to meet people where they are, and we have to create pathways for them to be successful.
I admire the fact that the college studies the community and says, what needs are there that we can fill, and then moves to fill them. That's to the credit. And, we have to send out a shout now to Dr. Christine Young, the college president, who sees this, who keeps an eye open. And I'm sure she has a lot of people also working to make sure that the community college remains important, relevant, and strong for the community.
No, I agree. It was her vision to create this new position. Within the new position, there's a whole new division, and that's really just focusing on community partnerships, employer partnerships, grants to ensure that students are eligible to come to college for free if for one reason or another they don't necessarily have the funding to do so, and if they can't go through TAP and Pell. And more importantly, ensuring that we're taking a look at the local market and ensuring that we're not only thinking about the careers of today, but also the careers of tomorrow.
when you hear employers say we can't fill positions, that we have open positions and we can't find anyone to work them, frequently it's because they can't find anyone who has the background or the education or the experience to do that job. But you're helping to train people for that very purpose.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. And one of the things that I would add to what you just said is a lot of times you don't know what you don't know. Believe it or not.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I didn't know this career exists. When I was in high school, I didn't know I could become a college administrator. So one of the other things that this division is doing is actually creating that awareness.
I didn't know that I could do radio for a job. I just joined the radio club because it was more fun than math class. And here, it led me to this.
Yeah, no, agreed.
It changed my life. Yeah.
No, agreed. And that's one of the reasons that we want to create the awareness. People don't necessarily know what careers that exist. One of the biggest examples that I could give is manufacturing. When people think about manufacturing, they think about the 1920s of manufacturing. There's a variety of different careers. And when I say self-sustaining wages, manufacturing is probably one of the biggest growing careers, specifically in Orange County. There's a variety of different entry level. There's positions that exist. There's some that require certifications. And then there's the advanced part of manufacturing. You could manufacture for plastic or you could manufacture for eco-friendly wind.
And a lot of it would be probably some computer programming to make it happen. It's not standing there all day and picking up this and moving it to the left, and it's a lot of technical knowledge that's needed, and that's what the college does.
Yeah, a lot of engineering, a lot of technical computer science. But the key thing is just there's a variety of different careers, as we were talking about, just creating the awareness of it. And I think that's the first thing I think as all educators need to do is to talk to people regardless of their age and let them know the careers of today might not necessarily exist, but we have something for you.
I remember my one daughter especially starting college and saying, but what if I can't get a job doing this after I leave? And I said, college is there to help you learn how to learn. And you can adapt what you learn into many different careers. And that's a lot of that is book learning. But also now you're teaching hands-on as well. That's a powerful combination.
No, I agree with you. I think one of the most important skills that we do at OC is that career readiness skills. When you speak with employers, they say, yes, we want the individual to learn that particular subject area, but we also want them to have the soft skills, learn how to be analytical, learn how to have interpersonal skills, learn how to conduct a meeting. So we don't necessarily only focus on the inside of the classroom learning. We work with students to get them that internships. They might realize they love the career. They might realize they want a different subset of that career. So
Sure.
I fully agree with you.
That's wonderful. And that's now you said when you first were talking about your new position, you were saying that you had a CAPE division. That's an acronym. What does CAPE stand for?
Continuing education.
Continuing and professional education, it says here on the website.
Yes,
So that's how
minuteness.
Okay. So, yeah, continuing and professional education, which means some hands-on training for programs that you see a need for.
Yes. Specifically, I could actually talk a little bit about some of our spring offering. We're going to be offering a family developmental credential. We're partnering with some organizations to offer manufacturing machine operator that ends up with a Haas credential. We're going to have medical assistant, medical billing, EKG and phlebotomy technician, medical assistant, and a variety of other programs. Specifically, one of the cool ones that I think is the CDL, both the A and the B. And we just finalized our program for an EMT program that's going to start in April.
Okay.
So we have a variety of hands-on professional programs that lead to employment with self-sustaining wages. So I'm super excited about that.
Yes, and you should be. That's wonderful stuff. We're going to hear more, but we need to take a quick break. We're talking with Dr. Jean Leandre. Did I pronounce it right?
Yes, you did.
Okay, thank you. Of SUNY Orange, also known as Orange County Community College. We'll be right back. We're Wall Radio. It's 8:21, 28 degrees. 28 degrees.
That is cold.
Yes, yes. Dr. Jean Leandre is with us from SUNY Orange. And, okay, so now you mentioned that it's time to start thinking about the spring semester.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Spring semester those are nice words to hear when it's starting to get cold outside and when it gets dark so early. So let's think ahead to the spring semester. Are there classes that, if you didn't begin in the fall semester, are there classes that you can take starting in the spring? Like, can you begin then, or would you be a little bit behind?
There's no time like the present, and yes, you could definitely start. The great thing, again, I'm a big proponent of community colleges. You could start when you see fit, when your life presents itself for being able to start. A lot of people start in the spring semester, or they restart because of the spring semester.
Mm-hmm.
What I recommend that you do is go to our website. It's up to date.
Which I have in front of me, sunyorange.edu.
Yeah, and then you could hit the apply now, or you could actually search our programs. We have a variety of programs, specifically those who are short term, and then we have the traditional 2-year, plus we have certificates that's kind of in between. That could literally get you to go to transfer or get you right into an employment.
So you can get someone started. You can train them basically that they could kind of walk into a well-paying job just like that?
Yes, well-paying indeed. I mean, think about it. EMT program, right? A CDL program, a manufacturing program. Those are all, if you're looking at the news, the newspapers, if you're on Indeed, those are all programs that once you actually get that credential, whether it's 4 weeks or 8 weeks, you could actually become well employed and also continue after you're working with some of the benefits that your actual employer could actually get you.
Now, when you take one of these classes, does that count toward an associate's degree from SUNY Orange?
Yeah.
How does that work?
It all depends, right? And that's why I always say, start with online, go to our admissions office. Like, for example, our KSAC program. We have a KSAC program. Once you finish our KSAC program, it's connected to our human services program. So you'll actually get 3 credits to go to the human services program. So to answer your question, some programs do and some programs don't. Like the CDL program that I mentioned, there's nothing specifically else that an associate's degree that you could potentially get. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you might not want to go into getting an associate's degree in business after you've been working for a while.
Yes.
So we do have certain short-term programs that are attached specifically to a major. And then we do have other programs, specifically the medical assistant program. As of right now, it doesn't necessarily offer transfer credits into nursing. But if you're within the health field and you were a medical assistant, you have all the qualities, both the practical knowledge and the understanding of the book knowledge to continue with and actually become a nursing student.
Good points. And the nice thing about a community college also, if you're not sure, maybe you weren't a great student in high school, and maybe high school was a kind of a long time ago, you can sign up for one class.
Yeah.
You can take one class and just dip your toe in the water and give it a shot. And I used to try and get my mom to sign up for just one class. Oh, I don't know. But I know that if she went, she would have been so determined. Mm-hmm. And she would have worked harder than anybody else in the class. And I tell you, if all you have to do is show up and apply yourself.
Yeah, no, SUNY Oc is your neighborhood friend, I would say.
Yes.
You could actually start with one class. You could start in the evening. You could start during the weekday. You could start online.
You even have some really heavy duty classes in the month of January only, But that's in certain classes.
Yeah, so the January, what we would call the winter session, that's for individuals who need a particular class just as a prerequisite. But traditionally, what I would recommend is, especially if you're starting all over and you haven't necessarily been to school for a while, because the January classes, you're condensing 15, 14.
That's heavy duty stuff.
Yeah,
Yes.
15, 14 worth of classroom material into 3 weeks or so. But if that's something that fits with your life schedule, it's really just depend on the person. If that's something that fits with your life schedule, go to our website, contact us by email or by phone, and we could definitely provide you with the best guidance.
Yes, right there on the website, there's a tab that says Become a Student. Click on that and it'll lead you where you need to go.
Yeah, and one of the other things I want to talk about or just mention because it's important. I myself was a community college graduate, and SUNY Orange provides a variety of different financial assistance, social and emotional supports, and also just supports. We have a Title V grant that specifically focuses on individuals who are first generation. They're the first generation of students that's going to college. So there's a variety of social capital that they might not necessarily have. Again, back to what I was saying in regards, you don't know what you don't know. We have an EOP program, which is an educational opportunity program that specifically focuses on making sure you understand how to start college. And all those opportunities are here for you.
And that's wonderful. And now you've been in your new position for a couple of months?
Yes, 2 months and counting.
How do you like the area? You came here, you said from Connecticut before we went on the air, you were telling me.
Yes. So I moved here from Connecticut. I am a Orange County resident. I'm super excited. I did not realize how close we are to Pennsylvania.
Oh, yes, Pennsylvania and New Jersey and well, we're not that far from Connecticut, and we're just in the heart of everything, and we're close enough to New York City, of course, that you can run in and see a concert or something.
An MTA. There's an
and
MTA
then
here.
run back home and see the countryside once again. We live in the best place.
No, I will concur. I'm enjoying my time here in Orange County. I'm fortunate enough to work with great colleagues. I have an amazing supervisor in Dr. Young, and I'm excited to be at the forefront of creating these short-term programs that will get individuals employed and be able to have self-sustaining wages.
That's a very powerful goal, and you get to do it every day. Thank you for coming in to talk to us. Is there anything that we didn't get to cover that you wanted to?
No, nothing at all. One of the things that I would recommend, if you're just thinking about it, New Year's resolution time is starting to come around.
Okay. Yeah.
We are here. We're literally the community's college. Really just call us up. Even if you just have a couple of questions, those couple of questions could actually become life-changing because you didn't necessarily recognize all the different supports and all the different avenues that we have as a college to help you with obtaining a degree.
And don't forget the 2 campuses in Middletown and in Newburgh, and a shuttle bus to take you back and forth between the 2 of them. You're really bending over backwards for the community and making a difference. We thank you.
Yep, that's our goal.
Yes, Dr. Jean Leandre of SUNY Orange, our guest today on Wall Radio. But it's 8:30, just about 8:30, and we've burned through our time. Thank you for being here today. It's time to do a CBS News Update.